Well, hello everyone and welcome into yet another live stream. Yep, sorry it took me a little bit longer than usual to start it up, but I couldn't find my lab coat. Okay, there we go. So, what will we do today? I hear you wonder. And I'm so glad that... There you have it, that worked. So glad you asked. You see, I have been wrestling with something for the past however many, well, at this point, it could be even hours. And that is the Raspberry Pi Zero. I've been trying to get it to work and it's really not cooperating. This is like the, not 7th, it's like the 14th attempt at actually turning it on and trying to access it, which, well, you know what they always say, 14th time the charm, right? And this was the power. Means that if we plug it in, you can see
Hello, someone.
LED blinking like so. That's what the tape is for, isn't it? Come on. Good enough. Alright. Hi, the cat, say hi and welcome. There we have it. It'd be blinking, it'd be booting, hopefully. And now all I need to do is just wait a bit until it finishes booting and then hopefully we're done. Now, the title of today's stream is The Brain and the Brawn, because this is hopefully the brain which we will achieve today. And the Brawn that's the engine, which actually after the last live stream I have finished already. On the Patreon voice channel, and I've set it up to print 4 hours ago, and it's 10 minutes away from being finished. So, hi, the Black Thunder as well.
Oh,
Okay. Yes, the basic idea that LED is blinking and flashing and such, because that means it's booting. The green LED, if I'm not mistaken, represents the drive usage, I think, or whatever it will be called, which would mean is now reading from the SD card to boot, I would assume. So when it stops changing, that means it should finish up booting, and that means I should be able to access it. I'm saying should because it hasn't worked once yet, so I'm exhausted with these microcontrollers and microcomputers and everything. I could take the cop-out easy way out with just Raspberry Pi 5, because this one just has a HDMI cable I can connect to my monitor right away. But I don't want to. If I figure out how to work with the Raspberry Pi Zero, that's amazing. Because Zero is, I think from now on I'm gonna use Zero instead of Pico, to be completely honest. Another thing I found, which is something I bought a really long time ago, is this. This is a camera. A tiny little camera. And I can just plug it into the Raspberry Pi Zero and it will just work. Just like that. I don't even need to figure out the pinouts or anything. No, there's just an right here at the end of the Zero, there's just a port for the camera, which you can just plug in and that's it. So yeah, we just need to wait till it finishes. So like an ESP32 cam. What do you mean, like an ESP32 cam? What do you mean by that? Like a camera? Yeah, it's a camera. it's a camera. ESP32 cam. Yes, ESP32 cam is also a camera. Yes. It's still blinking, by the way, which would lead me to believe it's still booting. To be fair, it is a pretty shitty micro SD card, so I imagine that's what's slowing it down. Because otherwise, I haven't got a clue what's happening. Oh, and wouldn't that be fun? We need to prepare this, because I wasn't able to print all of the parts without any supports. There's a singular part which needs support. That was the motor case, actually. So unfortunately we'll need to remove supports from that. It's gonna be a little bit annoying. This looks like the top-down view of a Pikmin level. Pikmin. I can see what you mean. I mean, both have plug-and-play camera ports. Does ESP have a plug-and-play camera port? ESP32. ESP32. When is ESP32? I've never used ESP32. That doesn't look like it has a camera port. That really doesn't look like it has a camera port. That looks way too small for a camera port. Hold on. ESP32 cam. Well, I mean, yeah, but you know, a Zero isn't just a module dedicated to having a camera. Mickey doesn't even say hi to me. Oh, hi, Reblax. Hi, sorry, didn't notice. Yeah, I was busy complaining. That we had a personal relationship.
Rebels, hello, you're not in play anymore.
Oh shit. This ring, by the way, fell off one of my bearings a really long time ago, and for the life of me, I don't know which bearing it fell
Damn,
off.
you proposing?
The only thing he's proposing is that the ring fell off one of his bearings.
Trying to get my bearings in order. Live chat make it switch to it. I already did. I did that on the beginning of streams.
To get your bearings gay.
On how long is it still left to? I can't have honest. Am I crazy or is the LED? No, it is still blinking. That means it's still fucking reading. How long does it take to boot a Zero?
It's dyslexic, give it a second.
That's a ridiculously long time. I don't know. Was it like 7 minutes already? That is crazy lot. Can you imagine if a PC booted for 7 minutes?
Yes.
Well, I don't have that kind of imagination.
Well, I do have that kind of PC.
7 minutes.
Yeah, it's from like the 90s.
Yeah, I've used PCs from the 90s.
It really doesn't like running Windows 7, but we make do.
I really don't know how long it's Raspberry Pi OS Lite. That's the Lite version. Still going strong. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's great. That's nice. That's fantastic. That's festive. That's lovely. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes and the print will be done. Let me make some space for it. We'll need the M2 screws right away, which is nice because I bought them. I gotta say, this whole making thing, it's quite expensive, quite quick. Like, it adds up. It adds up. It really does.
Oh, you like making things? Why don't you make some money?
Okay. I think this should be enough space. We only need one of the motors for now. The other one can just go this way. It's an electromagnet, so it's actually really annoying to deal with just having it on the middle of my workstation. Oh, another thing I could do. This, actually. That's my lab power supply. I should probably plug it in. Give me a second. Okay, some power cables.
I am realizing that I probably should not have gone to the Hell Planet and instead the American Scrapyard Planet.
What?
Oh, Factorio.
Oh. Alright. Okay. There we go. This will be important. Possibly right now. Where is the I don't have a power plug anywhere. Are you joking? Am I really sharing a power plug between my hot plate and my power supply?
That would be pretty funny.
This is some wacky resource management I'm doing. If I have both a really good power supply and a really good hot plate, but I'm sharing the power cable between them because apparently we just can't afford certain things on this show. Okay, there we go. It's plugged in. Now what we'll need is the power cables, which, for the life of me, no clue where they could be. I'm gonna need to find them. That's pretty important. When was the last time I used my power cables? That's a good question. No, that's Jack Daniels. Oh, cheers, Botti. Thank you so much. Alright. Hold on. Oh, not Botti. That's Jesse. Hold on. I'll be right back. I need to get my prints. Okay, and I am back, and I got my prints. Ah, here they are. Wonderful selection this year. Oh, that's reflective. There we go. Truly something. Now, what we need to do is we need to wait for the plate to cool down. Then once it cools down, they'll just all snap off. In the meantime, where are my fucking power cables?
I ate them.
I'm not gonna lie, power cables are quite important, so that's... Where are they? The live stream, so yeah, I'm making it by, let's just say, my body. Are you building via RC car? No. No, I'm not. Yeah, I know the little bitch is whining in the background, don't mind that. I don't know what he wants. I tried to offer him a drink, he didn't take it.
When I meow, am I also a little bitch whining in the background?
What did you say? I don't know if it actually finished booting or if it didn't. Because it's not flashing anymore, it's just glowing, which could mean it I'm gonna check. It should be fairly easy to check because all I should need to do is just ping it. No, it didn't.
So,
okay, so it's still going.
What's this?
Oh, now that is a sound that could be playing in my dreams.
My glory is. That's the old fucking thing that you designed earlier.
There we have it. Let's get to it then. We only have a single gear section because, well, fuck it, honestly. Oh, most importantly, does this actually snap on? Because that is kind of important. This needs to snap onto the... It doesn't look like it would. That sucks. Oh, never mind.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yes. Oh, I am incredible. I don't know if I'll be able to get it off, but... Well, why would I ever need to get it off? It's already on. At this point, I just need to use it. Okay. Time to snap away all the spots. We don't need them. They were just there for printing. one off. There we go. All the other ones are quite a pain. But I'm used to it. I deal with all of you on a daily basis. I can handle sports. There we go. Get out of my kitchen! Out! I'm busy.
Wants to munch. Meow. Meow.
There we go. Now we're popping. Now we are popping. Okay, now we stopped popping. We officially finished popping. We got to the annoying bit. Those are the supports that are printed better than the actual print itself, and that take 700 years of the combined might of the sun in order to actually get off the thing. Are we getting ready to continue the glowy stuff today? No. Today we are. Ah, piss off. I could just leave it, to be honest. It doesn't really. Shouldn't really matter. Well, no, it's the bottom one. Damn it, it was the top one. If it was the top one, I could leave it. The bottom one I can't really because it will just get in the way of the base plates.
That cat is in torment.
Yeah, it
be
fucking
fine.
likes yelling. That's what it does. It does it every day at this hour. Well, no, sometimes later on.
You bought a loud cat.
Pissing me off. Come on, get off. Get off! I don't want to snap it because it took a while to print, to be completely honest.
Snap it with your multipliers.
My marketplace, yes. I'm so close to just smashing it in. So, what is he doing right now? I am making a robot. Slowly but surely. Well, for now, we're just trying to see if the module, if the whatever you want to call it, the motor thing I've designed, if it actually works.
And yeah, there's like it looks like a hot knife or some shit.
Fucking hell. No, I was gonna snap it.
You're gonna hurt yourself with that thing.
Don't tell me what I'm gonna do.
This does not look safe whatsoever.
Have you seen my live streams, mate? There we go. Perfect.
I would know a thing or two about safety, and he's fine.
Alright, so now here's the basic idea. We will take the motor. Shit! It does. Can I
Not
get
my
it?
face.
Oh, I can get it off. That's good. Okay, never mind. The design works. The design works splendidly. We can force in the motor into it, like so. Then on the other side, we can just clap on the gear transmission thing. Then we can pop it into our plate. I really should have added some tolerance, because without tolerance, this is not gonna fit.
Intolerance during
It's a
June?
homophobic engine? What the hell?
It just doesn't like transmission.
Damn.
Oh,
That's
there we
rough.
go. Snapped in. Perfect. So beautiful. Now it stays in. Now it is in fact staying in. Then all we need to do is just pop in some. And ideally pick 2 screws of roughly equal sizes. Which.
Nothing a hacksaw can't fix.
Oh yeah, I forgot the joy of working next to a big ass electromagnet that is this DC motor. I forgot how fun it was to try to screw in metallic screws next to a massive electromagnet. Okay.
It's a electromagnet. Shouldn't it be like off?
I have a silly idea.
What is
If
this?
and when you make another iteration on this design,
That's it? That's the end of the... That's a short
No,
idea,
no,
mate. I
I'm-
respect it. I respect your input.
okay. Well, I have another one that I'll actually expand on. Make like a buckle or a snap system for the housing on the motor, so you don't have to worry about screwing things in. So it'll click together like Legos or something.
Yeah, but that's just objectively worse. Like, that's
But
how
it'll be
screws
easier.
work, the difference is... Ah, yeah, I am famous for picking the easy path that's objectively worse. That's what I do often. That's what I'm famous for, picking
No,
the
you pick
easy
the
thing.
hard part. You pick the hard part as objectively worse.
Okay, now we need an additional... We can just do additional 2. Doesn't really matter. Is this long enough? Really? We don't really need
First
it
idea then.
That LED isn't blinking, which hopefully would mean... Oh, hold on, wait. You just did a useless backseat. Hold on, I need to add you to the list as the -1.
What?
I'm already on the list.
Yeah, but you were on the list as +1. Now you're +1, -1, so you're back to 0.
What was he +1 for?
I have a list of times when people backseated me, and every single time someone backseats me in a useful way, they gain a point. When they do it in a useless way, they lose a point. And speaking of Katsi, you did also just mention the hot knife thing, so I'm also gonna...
How many points do I have?
You have -2.
Why?
It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, I've already... Yeah.
You're a dick.
Yeah, I don't make the rules.
-3.
What was the first for?
I don't know the reasons. I only know the dates. And I started the list like today.
What the fuck? What did I do today, Alice? Huh?
I need to think.
I didn't back the elephant.
No, we said
We
we
yapped
did.
about gears, but like
I'm
that wasn't towards you. I was just in general about gears.
No, I'm certain that you did. It's just that I don't remember what about.
It's personal. Don't worry about it.
It certainly fucking is.
There we go. I'm gonna use this as a station for the thing, do the magic, and then we're gonna just snap this into place. Note to self for future reference: add tolerances in more places, because this is.
Is it possible to go up on that list? I feel like you can only go down.
No. If you do useful, if you say useful things, then you gain a point. If you say useless things, then you lose a point. It's the rules.
You don't treat my thing as useful ever, so I don't see a way to go up.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you say useless things, then I'm not gonna treat them as useful. shit. He's snapping.
I hope you never find love. Oh wait, that's
-5.
already happening.
There isn't a thing on earth that you could say that would actually insult me. Cassie, you casually say things much worse than this, alright? You see, that's what happens when you use up all your material in casual scenarios. Then in competitive ones, you don't have any more spicy sauce to add. Yeah,
I mean, I can say slurs if you want me to.
Not on YouTube.
I can definitely say them. Like I'm not the one being banned, you know.
Shit, I need to add tolerance. I genuinely do, because this is ridiculous. Can I just leave it at that for now?
I mean, well, maybe you had some fucking tolerance for, you know, cat people in the first place.
He doesn't like actual cats, and he has one. What makes you think he's gonna have a tolerance for cat people?
Catphobe.
You suggested it.
Short. There we go. This. And this is why I was so excited for the M2 screws. I can just pop them in and just screw together the two different kinds of gears. Oh, that is phenomenal. That is absolutely phenomenal.
Finally. I now have one of several parts needed to get off this stupid rock.
Fucking hell. Yeah, we need more tolerance. That's for future self to worry about. For now, this all seems to be working just fine, I do have to say. For example, I
So
can
far?
install it like this, and then it should... Oh,
You're
it's
just
getting
fine.
stuck on the screws. I didn't think of that. That's a pretty well, I can just pick shorter screws, to be fair. That's also a solution.
Nothing you can fix with the fucking pocket axe.
I should buy a pocket axe. I don't have one yet. I just have an axe.
Or
I
a
mean,
draw file.
everything can be a pocket axe if you just stuff it there, like, you know, hard enough.
Any axe can be a pocket axe if you stuff it hard enough. I agree.
Maybe I'm stupid. What the hell is a pocket axe?
It's kind of like pocket sand, but an axe.
That's just a hatchet. Why are you calling it a pocket axe?
It's because a pocket axe. You know, when
It
you
doesn't.
quickly need
It
an
like
axe on the go.
objectively does not fit in a pocket.
Because it was not my fault you had small pockets.
I can fit an entire Nintendo Switch in my pocket.
Yeah,
They're
but
not
you.
small.
Yeah, but you can't fit a hatchet, so like they're small.
Maybe I don't want the blade of a hatchet digging into my thighs.
Well, maybe you don't want to, but you still don't want to have the option. That just
I
seems
have
like
the
poor
option.
planning.
Yeah, my fault for buying pants.
I mean, why do you
I'll
want?
get right
Why
on
don't you
that.
want to just casually change your gender while running?
I don't think changing your gender has anything to do with it.
I think that you missed the obvious fucking joke in the room. That's very sad.
If it was obvious, I wouldn't have missed it.
it's shite. But at least I know where it's shite. And you see, kids, that's why it's always important to test your models before doing anything with them. So for example, on the lower one, it works just fine. On the upper one, it doesn't because the screws get in the way.
Not to backseat or anything, unless this helps with the count, but I think your shutter speed on the stream is a little high because all the white things look like the same thing.
Yeah,
Well,
I've had it from before.
First of
Okay.
all, -2. Second of all, it's not shutter speed. It just over fucking exposes. So it's
Did
all
you
like
adjust the
fucking
shutter
plain
speed?
white.
Yeah.
No?
Then it was the shutter speed. Shut up.
It was actually both.
Yeah.
The cameras have more than one settings nowadays.
-1 to both of
Yeah.
us. It was both.
I can see the details on the breadboard now. This is great.
Ah, shucks. Alright. So right here, we're gonna have, from these holes, we're gonna have a screw that's gonna be poking out. Which means that, hold on, which means at roughly this height, we wanna remove it. We want to remove some material in order to make space for the screw. And as such, jeez. Oh jeez, alright. This is 12.5 away.
I would like to repeat my previous backseat from today, which wouldn't account for any more minus because it's already been said.
What was your previous backseat?
Like the first one. That you can just keep the gears like fucking more than 1 nanometer away from each other.
Oh, that might have been
then
it. That might have been the backseat, yeah.
Yeah, and then you
that
you
might
have
have been it.
space for the support, and now you also have space for the screw.
Yeah, so there we go. See, we figured out what the backseat was. We got there in the end. Yeah, okay, so we need a circle. But can in the circle, that's 12.5 times 2, 25. And then we need it to be for construction.
One must imagine Plankton happy.
Yes, yes!
Because the one eye and vaguely smile-shaped arc under it.
There we go.
The joke was funny before you explain it.
Yes.
There we go. And now the screw perfectly goes into the whole thing. Neat. Next, what do we need to do? So that already is going to reprint, which is great. That's promising. That's already promising. Next, what we need to do is we need to.
Is that the only screw, or are there more of them on the other gears?
The other gears are further away.
They won't have that problem, okay.
Oh, we have a 4, which we simply won't do. However, I would probably like it to be more defined from the bottom rather from the top. Bottom than the tolerance. So the tolerance, let's do 1/3 of a millimeter. That's there we go. Now let's see how many mates have I broken.
1,000.
None?
Oh my god.
One? No, none. Jeez, I'm good at this. Why? Overdefined. Yeah, this is not important. Alright.
And this thing.
I think this is all proper. Or a place where something goes wrong. By the sheer length. Which means the two things we need to reprint are, first of all, this, and second of all, the other one. So far, not bad. So, side. They really be fucking rolling considering it's midnight.
You truly live in a neighborhood.
I sometimes have that urge to just build myself a gun just to shoot people like that.
Becomes American.
Okay, so...
You don't have to build a gun, just throw the acid out the window.
Can't throw that far. Ridiculous.
Well, then make a launcher for it. In any case, firearms
It's called
might
a
be
gun.
illegal. A catapult is not a gun and probably is legal.
Probably is legal. Welcome to your your weekly show.
It doesn't
Legal
use
expert Black
gunpowder.
So, fun fact, actually, determining whether a gun is legal or illegal doesn't have to do with if it uses gunpowder or not. You can have a pneumatic illegal gun if you want.
Well, catapults don't use air either. Are slingshots illegal?
Depending on the kind, yeah.
Holy shit. Are bows illegal?
Once again, depending on the kind. If I remember the laws correctly, basically, if you can fire a projectile at least 8 joules, then that means you need it registered. That's if I remember the law correctly.
Well, it's a good thing you're just throwing acid. Doesn't matter how many joules are in it. Doesn't matter what kind.
50 minutes. Golden. Just. Right, Jess. You ready? You seem to be ready. Good enough. That bitch hasn't been blinking. I couldn't help but notice that it has not been blinking. So I'm gonna try to connect to it. Oh, ping it. Sorry, I'm not connecting. I'm just trying to ping it. It didn't fucking work. Okay. That's fine. It does get really hot when it's working, and I'm worried that it's already burnt, which would be idiotic because I haven't fucking done anything to it yet. Okay, we're going on a rabbit hole hunt. Fun, isn't it? We're going on a rabbit hole hunt on how to get the Raspberry Pi 02 to work. Splendid. That's it. So we're gonna look up. What is your problem now? Oh shit. Oh yeah, I know what the problem is. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, that wasn't me. I forgot to get back the build plate. Okay. Yeah, it's there now. Okay. Raspberry Pi 02W. Festive, festive, festive. What I'm looking for is the documents getting started and product brief. I don't think product brief as well. Getting started. That sounds useful. Alrighty, but that's just general Raspberry Pi, guys. And well, I mean, I as well try, I suppose. A little camera there. Okay. Right. Done that, been there. Why the signs? Alright, let's try it again for the 72nd time. I am exhausted. I've spent the last like 3 hours doing almost nothing, just working with this. It's really tiring me out. Okay, it's fine. Could someone summarize the stream so far, please? Failure. That's the summary so far. It's pretty
He
short.
achieved nothing of value,
Yeah, it's pretty short.
which also summarizes his life, possibly.
There we go. Plugged in. Sweet. There is a problem here, yeah, I imagine. Don't care. Too long, didn't read. Splendid. Raspberry Pi imager. Choose device Raspberry Pi 02W, which is the one I have. Choose the operating system. I imagine the operating system we would like would be the... Oh, what is this? So, would be OS Lite. No desktop environment. I don't think we need a desktop environment. And then choose storage, the one I just mounted. Next. Cool. Next, for the settings, I need to turn them off real quick. Alright, so we're gonna have hostname be test.local, feels fine. Username, make it. Password, make it happen. Splendid. SSID, Arches, which is my testing network. Password to my testing network. I ain't gonna tell you that.
Telling us the passwords may not be the smartest idea.
I can just type
Who's
this
going to use them? It's a very local network.
There. That's all proper good. Save. Then edit services. Enable SSH. That is important. Options. Save. All proper good. Yes, apply the OS customizations. Yes, I want to continue. Preparing to write. Opening drive. It is opening. It is writing. It is doing its thing. Now we just need to wait for it to write. I'm really exhausted.
I heard from a friend that you can get a whole free Minecraft included Raspberry Pi setup for barely $134.
Pounds.
Well, they're probably paying for Minecraft with part of that.
That sounds like
134. Depends what kind
good
of.
for Minecraft.
Depends on what kind of raspberry you're talking about, Red. Because the one I have, I've paid around £100 for it, and that was one of the more expensive options because it has 4 gigabytes of RAM.
Yeah,
you
so
just
they're
buy
just
one
buying
with-
Raspberry Pi and Minecraft.
It's £57 for the actual computer. Well, that's the lesser part of the price. Okay. Splendid, splendid, splendid. I really wish there was a way for me to check if it actually works, but since we're dealing with hardware, there isn't. And I just need to. Well, there is, but I don't have the tools for that, so we're just winging it.
What do you mean don't have tools? Apply the axe.
Apply the axe. I want that on a t-shirt. That could be my catchphrase. Has been written. You can now remove the SD card from the reader. Splendid. Which means that now we can just unplug it. Splendid. We can take it out of the reader. Pop it into our Raspberry Pi. Plug in the Raspberry Pi into power. Let me just triple check that is the power supply. It is. Well, if it wasn't, I imagine the LED wouldn't light up. And then we wait again.
And put it on its that it gets pulled on that fucking solder cable.
The network is just a mobile hotspot on my phone, so I'll be able to see when and if a device connects to it. Which
Mobile
means that
hotspot.
if a device connects to it, then the problem is with the host name slash, well, no, just the host name because I couldn't ping it. If it doesn't connect to it, that means the problem is with the connection itself. And that's how you troubleshoot in computer science.
So-
Isn't that festive?
So you're saying that's your mobile hotspot password. Can I steal your Wi-Fi now?
Yeah. Go ahead. It's not connected to the internet, but go ahead. Make it. I have the Raspberry Pi Zero 2, but for some reason the micro USB port can only connect one peripheral at once and doesn't work with a dongle. Haich, wish I could help you, but I'm fighting my own battles at the moment. I cannot even make a headless install, right? I'm fighting my own battles. It could be just a really shitty micro SD card that takes 40 minutes to boot the device. We can think in positives. Maybe if I just throw more money at the problem, it's gonna solve itself. I could also do a headless install on the Raspberry Pi 5, just as a sanity check.
Why even bother with a headless install if you could just install it normally and then cut off the head?
I mean, I could just install it normally, but then I would need to plug it into a monitor screen. And funny enough, I don't have a cable on that for that sort of thing. Because what is the video cable on a Raspberry Pi Zero? The is 02, and then video cable. What's the standard there? Or I don't know what to call it. I want to figure out what kind of mini HDMI. Yeah. Who the fuck uses mini HDMI?
Raspberry Pi, apparently.
This one apparently, yeah. I've never seen it though. I've absolutely never seen mini HDMI. Just in general.
Why can't you just use USB like everyone else?
Or HDMI, or micro HDMI. Either one would be fine. Mini. I need to go out and get myself a mini HDMI cable now.
We want 500 different standards. Yeah.
What's worse that this is just a single standard, that being HDMI. But the thing is, it has different sizes, which makes sense. HDMI can be for big TVs because big TVs have the space for that. Micro HDMI is for cameras because cameras don't have the space for big as HDMIs. But mini is in between them, where it's too big for small things and too small for big things.
Well, looks like time to buy the fucking mini HDMI to 20 gigahertz adapter.
I really will need to buy an adapter just for this singular scenario and then never use it again.
Classic.
If you were redesigning your calendar, how many months would you put in a year? I would keep it at 12. I'm a sucker for 12s.
I would keep it at 12
Hey,
because
yo.
that's roughly how many times the moon spins around the Earth in the year in a year.
I would keep it at 12 because that's how
Why
many.
do we care about the fucking moon, dude?
I would keep.
Because that's what we base months off of.
I would keep
It's
it at
no,
12 because there are 12 months in a year, alright?
The moon doesn't
Wow.
fucking do anything. Run tight,
Except
but
for,
they
you
are
know,
based 12.
it's a pretty good estimate for like when you should plant crops and when you should harvest crops, and it's pretty regular, and you can do a whole lot of stuff around it because, you know, every 28 days it looks the exact same. And then you go off of that.
Have you heard of this thing, keeping track of time counting?
Yeah, what are you counting?
Fucking days?
Yeah, and how are you going to keep track of that over a year?
I mean, with that
Just
logic,
think-
we might as well
oh my
like
God.
get rid of days, because I mean, what is the sun doing?
Yeah, right.
Just keep tracking seconds.
It's like what? It gives us
sun is-
light, but like it only gives us light when it's day, and we don't need the light then. It should give us light when
Well,
it's
that-
nighttime.
Well, that's the light is fucking useful. Not like the light from the moon is fucking useful, you know?
What would you name them if
Mental
you had to
retardation, call it.
what would you name them if you had to choose a different name? I would name them. I would name them January, then February, then March, then April, then gay.
Vapor. I don't know about vapor. That's a bit sussy.
We're gonna ignore the gay. But alright. If magic
Yeah,
was
it's not
real,
the case, no.
if magic was real, which system would you hope it to be? What are the options? I need to know the options before picking a system.
Magic system.
Minecraft command block.
Oh. That's not a fucking. Shut up.
I mean, I gotta say, Skyrim had
Minecraft
some
ma-
proper ones.
Minecraft Magic is so fucking ass.
That sounds like you're just bad at using it.
It's like if the fucking potions, like, ugh.
D&D,
Like what
Minecraft commands,
the fucking dragon is
Skyrim.
doing.
Those are my options. D&D, Minecraft commands, and Skyrim. Well, I think I would pick Skyrim. I do like the Skyrim magic.
Oh yeah,
How
they're
much
fucking
homebrew are
broken
you
as
allowing
shit.
in the D&D though?
I cast infinity damage.
Actually, if I was gonna pick a magic system, it'd be the
Warhammer
the
40k.
Matrix. That's not really a magic system.
I mean, it is the way. It's psychos and such.
Well, I wouldn't want that to be a cycle, really. It doesn't sound like the best thing to do, you know?
And like, there are no alien species, so instead of the Sea of Souls, it would be just like a puddle of souls. The entire warp would be just 8 trillion people.
Just
The fucking
we figured
Twitter.
out how not to die and then just did that.
Yeah, but at the time, I am curious actually. Like, imagine if Warhammer 40k, you just had way fewer like living beings. What would happen to the Sea of Souls?
I think it should be like more chill. Like it would be like, again, not the fucking warp, you know?
It'd be a lake about the
Mhm.
size of Lake Erie.
Kinda whatever the fuck it was, like, you know, pre-war in heaven.
Probably. And we would be the frogs. Have you ever made the game? No, I haven't.
Would you like to?
This message brought to you by a sponsor of today's live stream. How many lines of code does Microsoft Teams use? I would be surprised if they even finished one. I don't think Microsoft. No, actually, no. I'm not gonna hate on Microsoft too much. Microsoft developers can do things.
They can have all my data.
Microsoft developers are the good guys. It's the accountants and the management that I hate.
Well, no, not always, because I mean, like for example, Meta's developers or Facebook developers, they deserve everything they got in life.
Are there any
Again,
that
the
develop
developers are
Facebook?
just the people doing the things. It's the accountants and the managers that are saying what to do.
And the fucking lizard in charge?
Okay, yeah, no, you see, developers have that funny thing called LinkedIn and GitHub, where they voluntarily upload the code they're proud of, and I've seen that code. And as such,
Yeah.
I know that they deserve everything that's coming for them.
That sounds like a threat that you made on an internet platform.
You know how many meta developers, how many of their repositories are in TypeScript? TypeScript is the language. So, like, remember the video I've made about the
What if
assemblers?
JavaScript was worse, guys?
Yeah, because that is what it is. TypeScript is a language that's just transpiled into JavaScript. So that's like, people saw JavaScript as too complicated, so they made TypeScript to simplify it.
Right, and I'm not disagreeing that some developers are bad. I'm saying developers as a whole are not worse than the managers and the accountants, because managers and accountants will ruin every project no matter what field it's in.
What would be the first thing you would do in a world with no consequences? Nothing, because what's the point if there are no consequences?
Everything, because there are no consequences.
Like, nothing I would do that matters, there are no consequences. Like, by definition, nothing would matter.
It may not matter, but will it energy?
Fuck off. Is that not kind of CPP? No, it is so far off, class. It is really, really far off from C++. C++ is a language that's compiled. TypeScript is a language that's transpiled into an interpreted language, which is idiotic.
Which is why it only gets recognized during June.
Fuck off again. Ah, that bitch is still blinking. Okay, it's not connected to the internet, by the way, and I'm losing my mind. It's fucking hell. Okay. 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 Okay.
Okay.
He's losing it.
How am I gonna fix that?
He
Genuine
guessed
question.
okay.
What do I do from here? Yeah, I haven't got a clue. Could continue the documentation. So basically, have this right, begin to continue, yeah, and then it's doing its thing, finish this thing. Proceed the first boot configuration instructions. There we go. Is it because I need to somehow do it headless? So for example, if I do a Raspberry Pi 02W headless installation. Installing React, the device button. Select the Pi board, choose the operating system. Yeah. I've been there, done all of that. Can I redo that? Can I really just plug in? Oh wait, but it just loads as a. What is what is this workaround? You want a printing application from Apple on Windows.
That sounds cursed.
Wacky to say the least.
It was a decision that was made.
Needing SSH. I already have SSH. All I want is to connect to my Raspberry via SSH. Oh yeah, I can't ping it anymore because it's supposed to be connected on my phone, but it isn't. So okay, so now I know that it's not even connecting to the hotspot, which is, well, progress is not the word I would describe. It's something. Okay, all of this useless. That's because we're not doing a headful installation. We're doing a headless. I genuinely will need to just get a mini HDMI cable.
Back to Amazon or whatever it is that you're using. I don't know. Is it Amazon?
Sometimes.
No. Well, what's the other one? I don't remember.
There's one I order my chips from, Alibaba or
That's what it
AliExpress.
is, yeah.
One of them. Ah, shit. So I need to get myself a cable. No, for the cable I'm just gonna go to a shop, because I imagine like a cable, a mini HDMI, that has to be available somewhere. It has to be. It simply has to be. Mini, look at it. That's the only one with mini HDMI. The only one. HDMI, micro HDMI. This is the only one that has mini HDMI. I'm pissed. And I don't have a mini HDMI cable because who does? Illogical is what it is. I am really exhausted. It's been a long day. How is the print doing? 31 minutes left. Okay, splendid. Oh yeah, I still haven't found the power cables. So I suppose when it finishes printing, you won't really be able to power it up. Unless... Oh yeah, but I wasn't able to find the cases either, was I? It's just from one problem to another. It really is from one problem to another. I'm losing my mind with this. At least this worked. I need to focus on the positives. works really nicely. What will the outer one, by the way? Because I haven't checked the outer one. I imagine on one side it would snap in really easily. Once again, I didn't add the tolerance, which, you know, we'll need to fix, but I imagine this one will be much easier to snap in, because once we snap it in on one side, then on the other side we can just like kind of push it in like so. Yeah, that's because on the other side is actually empty bits. And so then the basic idea will be that we'll cover it like this to hold it in place, we'll cover it like this to hold it in place, and then it should all hold up just fine. To be fair, it will be holding up only from one side, but for the other side, we can just repeat the trick. We can just do these from the bottom as well. And I think we should have, yeah, easily long enough screws to hold all of that in. Perfect. I really am glad this design works. That's good. Why would the pie? No, I can't. I am obsessive as a person. I really am. So I don't understand why it wouldn't work. Simply a button I can press. Something. It's really hot. It's like ridiculously hot. Which could either be normal, because to be fair, it is booting an operating system, or it could be abnormal, in which case, fuck me, I've banned a Raspberry Pi Zero. Ah,
Do not take a cook. Do not take up cooking.
A splendid test. Okay. It's cold. For a second, worst case scenario, we're gonna use the big guy. That would be pretty hilarious, actually, to have Raspberry Pi 5 inside the body, because then what we could do is we could... Oh, that would be pretty funny. We could actually have body to operate as our hub for... as our communication hub. It's not really heating up. So that means it isn't really fried. I'm so upset. Yeah, the only idea I have is... I will also need an adapter for the other USB, because the other USB will need to function as a... Well, I need to plug in the keyboard over there, which means I would need to get a big USB to little USB adapter. Also hilarious. I'm dropping it. Or at least trying, because I know damn well I won't be able to actually drop it. I will just keep on thinking about it for no apparent reason. No apparent reason. I'm pissed, is what I am. Yeah. What do now? I started the stream quite excited because on one hand, you know, we had the Raspberry Pi Zero to work with, which would have been exciting if it actually worked. On the other hand, I had the engine thing, which, to be fair, that worked a lot better, but still didn't work. Upsetting. That's what it is. It's just truly upsetting. I'm exhausted. There's been nothing but exhausting and failure. At least I finished the video segment today, that's good. I'm going. I can't even. I'm done.
We made some progress.
No, we haven't. That's the problem.
The video.
Well, yeah, but oh yeah, off stream. No, off stream I've made lots of progress.
Okay.
On stream I haven't. I'm exhausted. That's it. Well, that was something, truly. Tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and buy the cable, set up the Pi Zero, and I'm either gonna have it. I'm either gonna fix it or I'm gonna fry it. I don't care at this point. One of these is gonna happen. There are only 3 F words which I can use to describe what's gonna happen. I'm either gonna fix it, I'm gonna fry it.